So in this tutorial we're going to take a look at accessing components on the same game object. And then in future tutorials we'll look at accessing components on other game objects in your scene. So go ahead and create a C# script called and then a C# script called caller. I'm going to attach both called and caller to my main camera. So let me clean out my camera here. So let's take a look at the called script first. I want to create just an empty class here. And within this script, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a public variable called hello, and it's of type string. And I'm going to make that equal to hello from hello variable. Next, I'm going to make a public method called hello method. Within this method, I'm just going to simply print out to the screen hello from hello method. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and save this. Because we made them both public, using a variable with the called data type and utilizing dot syntax, which you've been doing all along, which is something like this, we'll be able to access that. So let's take a look at our caller script. So the first thing I want to do is I want to create a global variable, and what that is that's a variable outside of all of our methods that every one of these, like the start and update method, can access. So I'm going to go up above void start, and I'm going to first just write the name of the class, and that sort of forms our data type. And then I'm going to create a variable called other component, and now I can utilize this other component to access the called script. But the first thing I want to do is I want to assign some sort of information, because right now our variable just says like, oh, okay, this is now a member of the called class. So we have to actually tell it what we want it to do, just like all other variables storing numbers or strings or whatever. So I'm just going to type other component equals, and all I'm going to do is get the component from our current game object. So get component, and the component I want is that called script. So right at the start of our program, we're assigning that. Now we want to give people some sort of message that says, you know, press the return key, so they know right at the start that that's what they're supposed to do. So as you already know, what we're going to do is we're going to have the player press the return key, and then it's going to print out, or it's actually just going to call these variables from this. So let's take a look at that. So we know that if we type if input, and here's some more dot syntax, dot get key down, dot, sorry, this is a method, key code dot return. So when I press the return key, we want to do something. I'm going to copy and paste this twice and just edit it just to kind of save time here. So first, I want you guys to see that this can actually find So we can say this is the called component, and then all we have to do is just write other component here. So what this line is going to do is it's going to actually show us what component our object is attached to. So if it's the main camera or an object or what have you. So in this line, all I'm going to do is I just want to access that hello variable from here. So I'm going to copy hello. And actually we don't even have to. IntelliSense will find it. So if I type other component dot and I just kind of go down this list, you'll notice it has all of these components, and hello is one of them, and so is the hello method. Okay, so let's copy this one more, or actually we don't even need to copy this because we're going to call our method. So with our method, all we have to do is write other component dot hello method, and you call it just like you would in any other program. It has open close hello method. Alright, so let's hit Control S and let's press play here, and let's trace through our code. Let me open up my console window here. So make sure to click in this window when you do this. So I'm going to press return, or enter rather. Okay, let's trace through our code and look at this. Press the return key is this line here. And then it says this is the called component dot main camera called. So it's telling us that this is the called component, and when we type other component, it's showing us what it's attached to and what the name of the script is. And then hello from hello variable, that's this line here. It's just calling that variable and printing it to the screen. That's what debug.log does. And then it utilizes our method, which is hello from hello method.